All right, this is SSLE number 14. So problem number one, we have absolute value of x is equal to 7. So this just will lead to two answers. And of course, you don't need to have a plus there. Oops, I did the wrong problem. Number three, absolute value of w minus 4 equals 11. We'll drop the absolute value, and one side will have a positive, and one side will have the negative. Go ahead and solve both. So you get w is equal to 15, add 4, add 4. So you get w is equal to negative 7. Problem number 5. They're using q. I'm going to change q to x, okay? Just because my q's, they might not look like a q. So I'm going to make it an x. Don't worry, it doesn't change the significance of the problem. Okay, we're going to break this into two problems where we have a positive and a negative component. And subtract 5 from both sides. Those cancel, so 2x is equal to 12. Divide each side by 2. So x is equal to 6 because 12 over 2 is 6. So other side, subtract 5 from each side. I get 2x equals negative 22. Divide each side by 2. So x equals negative 11. So if I took negative 11 or 6 and plugged it back in for that x up there, we would get 17 for an answer. Problem number 7. We have 2 absolute value of x minus 5 minus 4 equals 12. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. So I get 2 absolute value. Don't distribute that 2 over. Keep it out front because that's acting like it's being 2 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So those cancel. So then I get absolute value of x minus 5 is equal to 8. And then break it up into the two, your positive component and your negative component. Add 5 to both sides. X equals 13. Add 5 to each side. So those cancel, so x equals negative 3. So if I took 13 or negative 3, plugged it back into the original equation for x, it would all work out to give you an answer of 12 once you did the absolute value and stuff. Number 9, we have 6. I think that 6 is supposed to be right next to it. It was just probably a typo on our part. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add 16 on both sides. Notice I keep the absolute value the same. 6 parentheses 5, or absolute value, excuse me, not parentheses, equals 36. Divide both sides by 6. And then we're going to break it into two problems where we have the positive component and the negative component. Go ahead and solve it. Subtract 4, subtract 4. And then divide by 5. 2/5 is already reduced, so one answer is 2/5. And the other one, subtract 4, subtract 4. Those cancel. Divide each side by 5. Those cancel, so p is equal to negative 2. And the last problem, number 11 on this page. I have negative 2, and then 5 minus 2x equals negative 15. Now remember earlier we said when you have the negative over on this side, it's not going to work. Well, in this case it would work because I'm going to divide both sides by the negative 2. And then that changes it to 15 over 2. Okay, and then you go to solve this, and you get 5 minus 2x equals the positive 15 over 2. And then 5 minus 2x equals negative 15 over 2. Now a little trick on this one that we could do at this point is let's get rid of the denominator. So if we multiply everything by 2, because those cancel, and then this will solve nicely. Subtract 10, so you get negative 4x equals positive 5. Divide each side by negative 4. You don't necessarily have to clear the denominator on this, but it seems to work out nicely. Let's multiply this one, everything by 2. Subtract 10, subtract 10. So negative 4x is equal to negative 25. Divide each side by negative 4. Negative over negative is positive. 25 over 4 does not reduce, so you get positive 25 over 4. There's your two answers. That's all we got.